Welcome back to another Fort Aspenwood video. Here I am playing on the Kurzic side as a WAMMO, warrior as my primary profession and monk as my secondary profession. So WAMMOs used to be pretty popular back in the day. Now it's kind of a laughable build to run. However, I decided to bring it back here in Fort Aspenwood in 2024. So I'm using Healing Hands as my elite. Although WAMMOs have used different elites throughout their history, Defy Pain is another common elite you might see, as well as something like Gladiator's Defense, even using Triple Chop as an elite, and then pairing it with something like Vigorous Spirit or Live Vicariously were popular options. However, since I'm running with a sword, I'm running with Healing Hands as my elite. My only other monk skill that I'm using is Healing Breeze. And again, there's many different choices WAMMOs could do for their monk skills. Mending would be one. Again, quite laughable. But Mending used to be a popular option. And then the other ones, like I said, Live Vicariously and Vigorous Spirit as well. So I'm going to see if I can make it work in this game. I'm still going to be able to deal pretty good damage because I do have the two basic prophecy skills that you get right away in Ascalon and pre-searing, which are Sever Artery and Gash. So I can spread bleeding and deep wound. And then I have Savage Slash as a way to do some interrupts, and Bull's Strike as a way to knock down some enemies that are fleeing. For my increased attack speed, I have Frenzy, and I have Rush as my stance to cancel it out, and also as a way to move a little bit quicker. With this flux going on right now too, whenever an enemy dies, a minion spawns. So actually this could pair in my favor. If I have lots of these minions attacking me, doing fairly low damage, then Healing Hands will activate and give me some pretty good healings. But not a bad start. We're able to take down those two players. Now I'm going to try to clear out this shrine so I can run some Amber back to base. You can see I'm using Healing Hands here to help take over the shrine. While I get hit by these Lux and Longbows or these minions, I'll just be healed. Alright, and there we go. So let's go ahead and run one of these back to base here. Though now I see this Siege Turtle, and I'm left with the option of either trying to attack it and kill it, or run the Amber. So here I decide I'll try to kill it. And with these Luxon Warriors attacking me, I'll be okay since I do have Healing Hands. But this monk will be healing, so I'm going to try to take him out, and then we can get back to killing the Siege Turtle. A nice Bull Strike, and he's down. The turtle's down now too, so let's clean up some of these other players and then continue. The sword I'm using for most of this game is a Fell Blade. It's probably one of my favorite sword skins, and it is a vampiric Fell Blade. So I like to run a vampiric sword, even though I also have a Sasaki sword, if that's how you pronounce it, Sasuke. And this one is double adrenaline on hit with a 10% chance. So this one's nice too if I need to build some adrenaline. I could also be running a Zealous sword as well if I need to try to gain some energy. However, I don't have one equipped here in this game. I do have a staff though equipped on my F4. That way, if I need some extra energy, I can just switch to that and I can cast Healing Breeze or Healing Hands. I don't really know when WAMMOs fell out of favor. I think it was right around the release of Factions. Although I do remember playing a WAMMO in Alliance battles. So they definitely were still being played then. However, they people just found that they're not really an optimal build at all. But the idea behind it is good, right? Warriors can tank lots of damage with their heavy armor. And then if they can heal themselves, they can really stall enemies, as well as take over shrines in alliance battles or in Fort Aspenwood here. So the idea behind it is sound, but in practice, they usually don't work out so well. So I decided to run back to base here. As you can see, they're already inside of our green gate attacking our NPC. So this is quite worrisome. So I decided to run back. Maybe I can even use my monk skills to heal Gunther or keep up these gatekeepers. So I can kind of play a dual purpose here, as dealing damage as well as doing some healing. And honestly, with healing hands only being 5 energy, it's quite easy to use as a warrior. You can definitely use it as in a support role, not only on yourself, but on your allies. And it is a strong skill. I do like playing healing hands even when I play a monk. I want to try to target this ranger here though, because this pet build is quite strong. Brutal Strike is very spammable and it deals high damage. That's why I'm not even worried about using healing hands right away there, because Brutal Strike and most of the damage is going to be pretty strong, and just the 25 health that I gain from healing hands is not really going to be sufficient. I do need to be aware that the Siege Troll attacks will remove my enchantments, so I need to try to time it well. So there you can see I used healing hands and then immediately just got removed. So not a great timing there, but it's something to be aware of. Luckily with this Flux too, when these minions spawn, they do distract these Luxon warriors that are attacking, so it works in our favor here. And there I cast a healing hands on Gunther, hopefully keep him alive. Another healing hands on Gunther. As I saw it, he was taking some damage. And luckily these minions too are kind of acting as a body block at the green gate, so it's harder for them to actually walk by. Here though, the siege turtle, I know it's a priority, so I'm going to attack it, see if I can take it down. And there I was down at about 70 health, but with healing hands and all these warriors attacking me, I'm gaining back up. You can see Poletsky dropping here, so I'm going to try to rush up to him right away and cast some of my monk skills on him. You can see Gunther has a pet on him, Firestorm, so I need to cast Healing Hands on him, which I did. And then a Healing Breeze just for extra protection. Healing Hands on Gunther gets taken off right away by that Siege Turtle attack, but God's Vengeance is nearly complete and we win. So thanks for watching and cheers.